Sunshines! Today we are going to be talking about Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Quick disclaimer out there that I was in fact invited by Penguin Teen to complete an honest review of this book, and in exchange they are entering me in a giveaway. Rebel of the Sands is by Alwyn Hamilton, and this cover that you're seeing here is actually an advanced reader's copy cover, so it is not the finalized cover. What I've seen that's different so far anyway is that this kind of yellow coloring around the edges is actually embossed foil gold in a lot of the covers that I've seen of final versions of this book. Rebel of the Sands is out on March 8th, so it's coming out very, very soon here, and it is actually Alwyn Hamilton's debut novel, which is very exciting. In Rebel of the Sands, we follow a young girl who is called Amani, and she lives in a city called Dustwalk with her aunt and her uncle, and Dustwalk is very much not a place that anyone would want to be or live or visit or hang out or live. It is desert, dusty, dry, so hot, and nothing really happens there. People just kind of live their lives, die, and rinse, lather, repeat. So Amani is desperate to get out of Deadwalk, and she really wants to escape into the city that is called Eastman. Rebel of the Sands is a story that focuses mostly on Arabic culture, but there are definitely Western influences throughout the book, and Amani is actually a super sharpshooter. She's like the best shot in town. Amani ends up in this bar shooting for her chance to win an amount of money that she feels she would be able to escape the city of Dustwalk and essentially find passage to Eastman. So at the bar, entering this competition, Amani runs into a boy who is also entering the competition. The competition happens, things happen, and at the end, she decides to try her luck, or test her fate as it were, and asks the boy if they can escape the city together. She's escaping from this dead-end place, as well as a hypothetical arranged marriage her aunt and uncle are trying to force her into, and it's really quite an awful home life that she has, and so she's just trying to get away. Rebel of the Sands has some elements of magic because it deals with the genie. I was really excited to dive into a book that took me down a path of loosely learning more about this culture and this history and this religion of sorts of the genie. It's a really cool part of this culture that I just didn't know a whole lot about. It goes so much farther beyond just the Disney genie in the bottle version of Aladdin. There's so much more to the culture and religion and reverence about genies and fear of genies, honestly, that I just am really curious to know more. Overall, the story was very interesting. It was original, it was epic, there were lots of adventure scenes. Amani is a super badass girl, and she is not afraid to speak her mind and do what she needs to do that's best for her. There's a good character development journey that we go on with Amani throughout the story. One thing that kind of bugged me about the writing is that there were multiple times as I was reading this story where I felt like we were going on one trajectory, we were doing a thing, action was happening, and then all of a sudden it was over, we were in a different place, and people that I didn't think were with us, literally a page or paragraph or two ago, are all of a sudden there with us, and it's going on as if they just kind of appeared. So there were quite a few moments within the story that I sort of felt like there were gaps, like we just jumped from one place to another place, one thing to another thing, and I still was able to enjoy the story. That wasn't a gigantic thing. I think there were places in this story that it just could have been tightened, more could have been explained. We could have been taken on a few more journeys of how maybe the story developed from where it was a page ago to where it was then. While this is Alwyn Hamilton's first book, this is not a standalone book. This is going to be a part of either a duology or a trilogy. I don't know, but Goodreads marks it as #1 because it is the first book in what will be a series of some sort. So I'm really intrigued to see where the story takes us because there are so many places that it could go. There's a lot of mystery and stuff that was left unexplained at the end that I just want to know more about. I rated it 3 stars out of 5 on Goodreads just because of those little things. If Goodreads had the 0.5 system, I probably would have given this book a 3.5 because the story was very interesting. Didn't completely captivate me. And I know I'm not the only person that felt like that, but I'm pretty sure that this is going to be the semi-unpopular unpopular opinion that I wasn't completely enthralled with this book or obsessed with it or anything like that. But I did still enjoy reading it. I felt like it was worth my time. I felt like it was worthwhile to read it, and it was a very interesting and unique perspective. It took me on a journey of learning about a culture and learning about mythology that I really didn't know a whole lot about, which I thought was really great. And Amani was a really badass character who I liked and enjoyed to read because of all the reasons that I've already said. It's a very fast-paced, epic story set in the desert where there's all kinds of adventure and magic and daring escapes and a little bit of romance, of course. So there you guys go. That is my review of Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. I would love to see if we can get this video to 200 likes. Thank you again so much to Penguin Teen, who sponsored this video and is giving me the opportunity to be entered into a giveaway. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Rebel of the Sands. So please leave a comment down below once you guys have read it, or @reply me on Twitter or something so we can talk about this book and this world and the characters and all of that jazz. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Have The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. I am so excited to read this book. The cover is beautiful, even World War II. We follow 4 teenagers who all have 4 secrets. And because